Erika, ¿qué valor es más importante para ti?
Pues el valor para mí es mi familia.
Erika, otra pregunta. ¿Tú soportas la agenda de comunista? No. ¿El comunista? Comunista es cuando el gobierno quiere tener regular toda tu vida.
Okay, wow. That escalated quickly. That seems like a video that your unqualified Spanish teacher in high school would put on when they don't feel like teaching a lesson. But no, that is actually a training video from a group called America Project, excuse me, which is supposed to teach canvassers how to speak to immigrants. Now you tell me how you think that interaction went, but let's just watch a little bit more of it. Here's part 2.
Cuando el gobierno quiere tener regular toda tu vida. ¿Tú estás bien que el gobierno te diga todo, que hagas y todo? Sí. ¿Sí? ¿Te gusta la libertad? ¿La libertad? Libertad. Ok. ¿Qué partido crees que soporta la agenda de comunistas? ¿No sabes? Ok, el partido que soporta la agenda de comunista es el Partido Demócrata. Gracias por participar.
Let that poor woman go. Here's the thing about training videos. Usually you're supposed to hire and pay the other person in it, not just get someone who's unwitting, who, by the way, if you speak Spanish, literally already answered your question. No, I don't support communism. And then she keeps on going because, by the way, that lady, not great at the Spanish language. It's not soportar, it's apoyar. We all know that. That's what you learn when you learn Spanish. But anyway, more about this group, America Project. So it's a conservative group called the America Project that boasts Donald Trump loyalists and big lie pushers Roger Stone and Michael Flynn as key advisors. And it's begun a self-styled election integrity drive to train activists in election canvassing and poll watching, sparking fears from voting rights watchdogs about voter intimidation. If you guys remember yesterday, we talked about Patrick Byrne of Overstock.com, formerly of Overstock.com. He's the multi-millionaire co-founder of America Project back in our week. And he has said that he's donated almost $3 million to launch the drive dubbed Operation Eagle's Wings, with a focus on 8 states, including Arizona, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, which Trump lost, plus Texas and Florida, which he won. Not really clear on what they're trying to do other than like McCarthyism on the street here with the immigrant community. Dan, is this some real outreach here?
The outrage is definitely fake. First of all, I'm not even the strongest Spanish speaker, but I just got the most condescending vibe from that lady in the video. I mean, never mind the cuts that were made, where the mind just starts to wonder, what kind of commentary was missing there? They decided to cut to the chase for, quote unquote. But yeah, she was like, libertad, like liberty, freedom, yes. It's just like trying to almost like train someone to do this. So I don't think this is gonna work that well. I think it might work in certain places like Florida, where we've seen anti-communist rhetoric lazily tying it to the Democratic Party, which like I wish they were European social democrats. Like that's a pipe dream, let alone communism, right? So that is not founded in anything. But the scary thing about this is the name Roger Stone being around this. I don't love to like put around like, oh, Roger Stone's this like super ego figure that's like unbeatable in the Republican Party, as a lot of people have tried to put out there. But he happens to be like the Forrest Gump of the worst political overturnings the Republican Party has done in the 21st century, being responsible for the Brooks Brothers riot, I believe, in 2000, or like being somewhat related to that. There was the all the stuff around the election fraud in 2020 and trying to push that. Roger Stone was one of the people running offense for that in the media during that time, even though, like as this Guardian article says, they've both been routinely investigated for a number of different crimes relating to dealing with Trump. So that's the part that worries me, that these are actually some people who will stop at nothing to push their agenda with ridiculous names like Operation Eagle's Nest or whatever the hell they're talking about. Yeah. But like I would be concerned for the fact that these people are just relentless, but on face value, it does look ridiculous.
Yeah, I love a good Forrest Gump reference. He's the evil Forrest Gump, obviously, always in the sort of the backdrop of any like horrible accident, anything that happened. It's like, why is Roger Stone? Like, that's my car accident. Why is he in the background? Why are there pinstripes here? It's very true, and it's scary what they're doing. It's so funny also because, in 2012, right? Like the Republican Party knew that they were losing like the Latino vote, right? And they understood that like their message was not speaking to them, and they decided to, we need to pivot. We need to actually do some outreach, and they totally went the opposite direction, leaned into the anti-immigrant sentiment. Obviously, ran Donald Trump as a candidate, and now you have this, which you don't need to understand Spanish to know exactly what you picked up on, which is it's super condescending. This woman absolutely doesn't want to be in this conversation. This is the worst way to talk to anyone, doesn't matter, but it's like she's like trying to speak slow. Do you understand communism? Like this lady was the same lady who would like report her to ICE, like straight up, like this is not the way to talk to anybody. And definitely not on camera getting them to like, have they ever been or do they renounce communism? So tone deaf and ridiculous. I don't know, maybe they're trying. They're just, let them fail like this. Because that woman, I guarantee, has told like 10 friends, hey, if a weird lady asks you about communism, go the other way, don't talk to her.
Especially if there's a camera.
Oh yeah, do not say anything on camera. She's very crazy.